Nautilus! Okay. Got people recovering somewhere. Scoundrel's taken the flagellation place, which unfortunately means we've not been able to do anything about Birdle Snatch again. Clout's having something done to him, and we've got Clap Smacking and Hlim getting their diseases treated. I've done some little upgrades here and there, have I? What have I done? I can't remember. It's a new session, I can't remember what's new or not. But things have been upgraded, and we have another Hellion, 5 types. Why is she called that? Fuck you. So, it's just gonna be a little go into the cove, I reckon. Just because I've not got, because the healer in the top rank 3s, he's just gone for the time being. So I've got a choice of the 3 down here. Don't particularly want to do that. Been in the wheel too much recently, so COVID is. Simple as, really. We've got an abundance of cash. Cash Wonga, as they call it. Where I'm from. 8, that'll always do. 2 shovels. I got Plague Doctor, so I don't need to bother with that quite so much. Don't know that I'll need to make use of herbs. I think just some torches. I think really that's all we need for this. Oh, you nearly made a mistake. Medium length. Hold on. Okay, so he's not starting up, so I can just take one. Right, sorry, do all that again. I wanted to only take one with me, not necessarily to conserve the amount that I have, but just to sort of keep room in case there's treasure. Is the only reason for that, so... yeah, that looks right. Thralls will explode if left for too long. Don't I know it?
The smell of rotting
We're under the water with our friends, look. A motley group. Muntfree's not seen active duty in a while. Oh, hey, that's a lot of... right, we're back. No, don't look at Coral! Oh, it's abrasive and unnerving! Oh, the striking fiends! Oh, right, I forgot about this as well again. Don't. Often when I say don't, they do... Oh, he actively resisted it! I'm good. Blight, you snookus. Don't ignore my request. You're ignoring all of my requests. The damage being done here is negligible. Well, never mind. I'd prefer it if more damage were done. I concur. If you could all perform beyond your limits. Don't do it. You didn't. It's just the plagues aren't working, and neither's that. Right. Alright, fuckaroo Wednesday. Haha. You couldn't withstand a class tweet. Now you will die. Snooted creature, you've been stunned, paralyzed by fear by my fun metal object. And also not able to move because it hit you. Which I think is mostly what that was. Treasure? Anyone who might benefit from a 10% max HP? You hold on to that for now. Again, I want to pick up maximum treasure and heirlooms. They call me Johnny Treasures because I want treasure. Quite a bit, actually. There we go. Lovely. A pool. You look at that. Hey. Your skulls are floating off the ground. Anyway, it's not important. Mine's not me all that greatly. Boat!
Another mariner.
Boat removed.
Another misfortune.
Octopus is holding the door shut. Well, we'll soon stop you. Now which way? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the logic dictates that we'll have better Humphreys going up Chumphrey, won't we? Really? This way forces us to cover
could staunch the flow of
less ground, I reckon.
corruption.
No chance, Durnthred. I've warned you. Ah. Oh, I vomit on you and this is the thanks I get. Ha! Idiot, not skilled at poke. Oh yeah, I got this going at some point, making this man significantly more useful. Observe. Whack! Yes. This is what you want Moing for. Retribution. Of a Moingish variety. Go on, strike him, I dare you. You didn't. I, for one, am deep. No, don't! The sea breeze should not be more powerful than actual poisons. Well, how'd you like this as well now, then, you idiot, if you're so clever? Yes. He was completely motionless. How do you even...
Unforgiving.
Oh, wretched. Wretched fiend of the Gregory Pyramid? So, there's a mural in the background, and I'm not sure what it's depicting. Is that the headquarters of Mr. Fish?
Confidence surges
The one
as
who's
the
leading
enemy
all these
climbs.
armies? We don't know, do we? The only one who knows is that whale, and he was killed for it. I'm expecting this one to be quite uneventful. Possibly meaning that I could even have just not recorded it. But again, like, that's the annoying thing about this series. I don't know in advance which ones aren't going to be worth recording, because I don't know what's going to happen. Something crucially important might occur. Moing could perish right now. A scorpion could jump out of the floor and bite him on the nose and he'll die of shock. I don't know that it won't. And so I have to bloody record everything, which it keeps me in editing for a while. Gives me something to do. But like, fuck. How do I know? There could be chaff under my very nose. Noise? Nose. Noisy nose. I could sneeze right now and all the wheat will just fly away. These are the problems that you invite in a series like this. You lose your sneezy wheat. It's bad. Oh, fuck. Right, focus. There's enough about crops. Just focus on the task. Fishmen, isn't it? It's one of the main Lovecraftian problems. kind of wild, that whole story, to be honest. I'm not quite sure. Apparently Lovecraft was just terrified of oceanic life. Which, I mean, granted, there are some fish that you just don't want, but like the image described at the end of what was it? Was it Shadow over Innsmouth? The one where he's being chased around by all the fish folk. Like, the image that he sees in the end is just a bunch of floppy fish fellas flopping along the track, and to be honest, it sounds hilarious. Like, I'm sure it would be horrifying to look at, but he uses the word flop. And you can't use the word flop in a non-hilarious context, because there isn't one at all. All that flops is funny. And there's not much I can do about that, I'm afraid. Basically what that story is, there's just a bunch of fish people in the ocean who wanna fuck. And I think those fellas missed a trick, really, because they are naturally immortal. They have no finite lifespan unless they're killed by violence. They can live forever. So if they had just waited for the Shape of Water to come out, you know, the world's ready for it now. Made you move too soon. Finally, we're getting towards the back of the Lovecraft anthology that I've got. He's just... I mean, this won't come as a surprise to anyone who knows what he named his cat, but he had a weird way of looking at the world. Weird priorities that man had, and a weird sense of what we should and should not be scared by. One of his stories that I read was just a bunch of cone people going about their normal-ass day. Apparently they were all perfect gentlemen as well. Not a complaint to be cited, but we're supposed to be horrified by the notion that they exist. He did contrive another, like, actual threat. Some sort of unseen wind manipulating thing to be actually menaced by. But, like, the horror at the end is supposed to be the realization that the cone folk existed. And I'm sorry, but they seemed to, you know, as things go, I mean, they did have this unfortunate habit of literally taking over the minds of an entire race in order to preserve their own existence. But he didn't present that as being a problem, because of course he didn't. His problem was that they were big old cones. Not the horrifying implication of their powers, the fact that they look strange. What do I want in all the world? Like, now. I mean, they're both gonna die anyway, so yeah. Completely irrespective of what I do.
But a victory nonetheless.
You keep messing with abrasive coral. What do you have that's making you do that? Compulsive? Yeah, then that's soft locked. Oh, Grodge. Grodge and Bondersnide. Contain the gold. Yes. Do. How good are you at 30%? Okay, I wasn't. You're the only one who can do webs. Spider webs. Stop them now. Where have you gone? Mr. Bean. Get away from the boat. People died over there. Look out. It's Mr. Bean. Did Mr. Bean kill these people under the ocean? Well, we're not under the ocean. We're near the under of the ocean. We're near the ocean. Where's the cove exactly? We don't know. Mr. Bean killed the only person who had a map. The map's presumably with Mr. Bean now, as we speak. causing wretched problems for us all. Can you... No, I want more plagues to get rid of it. I'm all for taking some chances, but not that one. Not that one in particular. Let's proceed cautiously, for Harold wants to go home. And I don't mind that inherently, but it's a bit wretched of him to impose this requirement on me when I'm in the middle of whatever it is that this is. Alright, if you could refrain from needing more currency of the mouth at this time. Can I do a cheeky shuft over to the luft? Cheeky shuft, take a torch. Like I've always said. Fine. That's exactly what I was trying to prevent. Okay, well there's nothing there, so we'll just go to the next room then. Get as many bonuses out of it as I can, since you've already staved it off. Good to see. Now then, what the concern is whose nightmare are we financing today?
And uneasy companionship.
They're all very much fine. Prevents nighttime ambush. Not everyone's all that stressed. You could become very stressed. Okay. What if Sklardly Horror and then Sklardly Horror, Sklardly Horror. There's not a lot more Sklardlys I can do. Might be good. All companions. I think I'll go with that one. Alright. More fish preparations completed.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted.
Not got that far left to go.
Is made clear.
Let's hope the path is filled with riches, like this crate. It contains stashed heirlooms, shields. We do actually... I've been neglecting shields because I see them as easy to obtain, so I never bring any back with me, which is why I barely have any. So, you know, in my foolishness and my arrogance... well, there's no reason not to give you that now, because we've barely got any quest left. Pum pum. Rumbly snum.
Hacks
Yeah,
laden with loot
some of that.
are often low on supplies.
Rather uneventful. Just vomit.
Well struck.
Well, this was always going to be an uneventful one. Why have you not... Oh, you're not where you're meant to be. I'm going to go ahead and put you where you're meant to be. Just because I'll forget again, clearly. Retribution for you! It's not about who you do the initial damage to, it's about who takes the bait and strikes you. That one didn't. The fish with the urchin is smart. Yeah, you're causing grief. Well, that's not going to matter, is it? He's poisoned. Choose your charges more carefully. Brine not the loveliest Beacus. Seems excessive to poison them both. I think I will simply do that. Oh, you're in for a fuck. Thwack! The thwack of fucks. Can you believe it? More for you. More for you for death. Barely had to heal anyone. And it's been 15 both times, and I've healed him on both occasions, I think. Perplexing levels of consistency. Ordinary type thwacks that do a lot, for, well, by snail standards.
Ringing ears, blurred vision.
The snail standard. Mostly to deal with the stress. Ordinary type stab. And then you're just a matter of punches, aren't you, really? Look how many squids you got on the shield, you're not immortal. Oh! I want to remain to get the treasure. And possibly... Well, since we are in a good shape... You new thief of little friends. They steal all of your little friends. And then what are you left with? You've only got the bigger friends left then.
Glittering gold, trinkets
and they're not always around. They can't always fit through the door. Wretched state of affairs. What's up there? Oh, bonuses that I might want. You never know what the bonuses are. But I'm gonna get them, because that's basically all this is for, really. There's nothing significant to do. Oh. Well, it's fine. We can put you in the sanitarium after this one battle. You'll be alright. The Red Plague's a very bad one. Like, if it's called a plague, the implication is that it's quite not okay. That's something you can rely on to a certain extent. Unless people are then using that word for the express purposes of hyperbole, and dodging my ethereal friend as he flicks them into death. Using his sea urchin to stop people from having a fun time. I don't care much for any of that, and now your jellyfish is equally annoying. Ha. You thought that would stop Derville. Ah, boy. Salty gouge. Oh, what a time to be alive. It's not even like a tragedy. Well, it's usually not with curios. Something you can get treasure from. I don't know why. I had the expectation that it might be. But it's a Cthulhu instead, look. Cthulhu! Go away. And again. Indeed. You've no allies left to help you. Haha! You can go and fucking hell!
Success so clearly in view.
What does your fish contain? Oh no, I've been engulfed. Not that it matters. I'm going home.
We will find all manner of great and terrible things in this watery.
Thank you for joining me for just this routine outing into the coves, dealing with some eldritch fish monsters, examining the cone folk, questioning what the problem was. I don't know, it's a fear, the fear of what we don't understand. The sort of man Lovecraft was, horrible fucking racist, it sort of paints it in a very not good light.
You will know the tragic
Really, doesn't it?
extent of my failings.
To put it fucking diplomatically. And it's moments like the cone folk that really draw that into sharp relief for me, just sort of the... Right, urgently moying into the sproing. Thank you, get rid of that. But, yeah, I'm not equipped to have that conversation in anything other than a clumsy, rambling manner. Because I'm a clumsy, rambling creature. Flailing aimlessly in the dark. As I try to explain to you the things that I've seen. I read the word leave on the screen then, and so I just said it. Which is how you know it's time to end the episode, so I shall see you next time, for one with more in it, perhaps. We don't know. Goodbye.